Is there really a work-life balance here in the USA? I don't know. I found myself thinking about this often, and it dawned on me that even though when I'm not at work, I still find myself sometimes thinking about work. I find myself thinking about what did I do today? Did I miss any important projects or any important tasks today? What do I have to do tomorrow for work? Uh, am I prepared for tomorrow? Things of that nature. And it's it's sad to be honest. Like when you get off work, you should not be thinking about work. You should just be thinking about, when you get home, you should be thinking about your family. You should be thinking about positive things, and something else but work, right? It's hard today. It's these days because I feel like the work culture here is so large and so strong that people essentially have adopted that culture, and it's, I don't know, it's good and it's bad. The positive side to this work hustle culture here in the US is that you are able to make a lot of money, but making a lot of money here comes at a large price. That price could be you neglecting your family, you neglecting events that you're going to miss, things of that nature, right? You might miss some of your kids like events, you might miss birthday parties, you might miss dinners that people invited you to because you have to work, or you're just so tired and you can't even go anywhere and you have to rest, you have to lay down, you have to sleep. um, all those things come at a price when you're chasing that money. And again, it's not a bad thing if if you want to make a lot of money, do it, right? But I'm just saying that that balance there with after work, it's kind of non-existent in a way. So you have to find that right balance, whether you work for someone or you're working for yourself, or you're trying to work for yourself, right? Being busy here is almost like a badge of honor. Being busy in America, and that means you're a good human being. That means you're being productive. And when you're being productive, you know, that's how you should, always act here, and that's how you should always be here. But for me, and I think a lot of other people might agree, that you don't always have to be productive. You can relax, you can rest, you can take a day off, take however many days off, and just do you. You know, you don't always have to work, always think about work, and um, you gotta give your mind some time to rest and turn your brain off essentially, right? Turn off the car, turn off the motor, right? Just shut it down, right? I think it's essential for us to not always have to put our foot on the pedal and just go go go. It's I think it's crucial. It's absolutely crucial to take some rest days, take some, how they call it, self-care days. Um, and yeah, it's just sad that we we live in this world, at least here in America, that if you don't work, you're not a good person. It doesn't make sense to me. Um, People need to, like, it's not even people, companies and these corporations need to really open their eyes, but I don't think that's going to happen because all they care about is money. I get it. The world runs on money. And I'll add that here it's more of a live to work mentality. It's just a nonstop rat race we're in, and it's so hard to get out of it. For me personally, I know when I get off work, I know when I'm on the highway to get home, there is so much traffic. It's terrible. It makes me absolutely miserable that I have to be in that traffic jam for, like, thank God it's only like 10, 15 minutes, but still it's horrible to be in. And I can't imagine people that have to drive home 20, 30, 40, even an hour plus to get home. In other countries such as Europe, they work to live, right? Those countries have the actually, set aside time for themselves and not just have to think about work all the time. And I wish the US would adopt that mentality as well. But I think we're a long way from there, and we need to work on that. So, yeah. There's also a lot of financial pressure here in America that a lot of people are trying to meet that standard, meet that threshold of, working a job or two, especially young people. They have to meet certain criteria to be able to live, to be able to pay their rent, to be able to pay their mortgage. It causes them to get two or three jobs, which is absolutely terrible. I know for myself personally, a couple of years ago, I used to work two jobs, but thank God I was living with my parents, and I'm very grateful for them, and I appreciate them for everything they've done. But to be honest with you, I couldn't imagine working two jobs and living on my own right now. I mean, there's no way. I would be an absolute shell of myself, and life would absolutely suck. I'd be thinking, what am I doing here? Is this all worth it? Is the money gonna go to the grave with me when this is all over? And yeah, it's not. There's that aspect to this rat race in America, and I think that a lot of people can resonate with me, and they would agree with me on that. Um, I'm sure that a lot of people that watch this are going to be like, "Wow, yeah, he's right." And I've worked two or three jobs. Let me know your guys' experiences in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. And nowadays, a lot of people are doing side hustles. They call it the rise of side hustles. I know that for me personally, I'm doing this YouTube content creation, and honestly, I'm having a lot of fun with it. I enjoy making videos, but the point is that, people say that after your 9 to 5, you should be focusing on your 5 to 9. What other ways can you make money besides your first job? Because like I mentioned before, seems like one job is not good enough nowadays. Making, let's say, 25, 26, 27 hours back in the day would be enough, let's say 10, 15 years ago. But nowadays, in today's day and age, I don't think it's enough. People that are on two household incomes could be struggling. I hope that's not the case for many people, but I've heard that people who have two incomes, still struggle to live, to pay bills, to put food on the table, which is sad. Two Imagine 15, 20 years ago, two incomes would be perfect. You just have to work two jobs and not, invest any more time in any other side hustle or another job even. But it's come to that point because of, the today's like situation and the economy and just the consumerism here in America. It's absolutely rampant, and something's gotta change. And I don't know, recently, during peak COVID time, the gas prices were absolutely insane. I remember that was like 5 or 6 years ago now. But yeah, things hopefully will change for the better um, in the next decade. But we can only wait and find out. But yeah, listen, I'm a guy who loves to work. I'm not, I'm biased, but I like to work and I like to uh, have things for myself, but also I like to have a good time. And it's hard with that work-life balance, there. And yeah, so I appreciate you guys watching. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I got this new little mic that I'm using, and I absolutely love it. Gonna probably be using it for future videos as well. So let me know if you guys enjoyed the video. What do you guys think? Do you guys have work-life balance in your lives? Is it enough? Do we need more of it? Let me know. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.